Hello, my name is Danielle Berndt. I graduated from Stockton in 2006 with a degree in political science, and I later came back for French and education and finished in 2009. Right now I'm teaching French at Mainland Regional High School. I have grades 9 through 12, so it's a pretty mixed bag of students. The reason I got into teaching was because I have always loved helping others learn things, and I've always had a passion for learning myself, and I wanted to share that with the students. And the reason I'm still in teaching is because I feel that world language teachers are very important in helping students to bridge cultural differences and be more open to the world beyond what they're used to. Well, I actually did my first year of college at a school in Philadelphia, and at the end of my first year I kind of sat down and looked at the loans I had taken out and realized that I didn't really want to graduate with that kind of astronomical debt. And so I started looking closer to home. Stockton was really close to where I grew up, and even at that time had a reputation for being the place that you go where when you want a really good degree, but you want like the most bang for your buck. Having taken political science and French classes at both Stockton and the Philadelphia University that I went to, I would definitely say that they're on par as far as level of difficulty and like the value that you're getting for your education. I originally didn't major in French. I majored in political science. I took French and the poli-sci classes just because they were something that I enjoyed. It was fun, and I found them very interesting. And then when it came time to actually get serious and choose a career, I started looking at education. The faculty at Stockton actually advised me to go for teaching French rather than social studies based on the competitiveness of the job market and the likelihood of finding employment after I finished. And it was a really good piece of advice that I'm thankful for to this day. I think it's actually almost become cliche now how we say that learning a world language or a foreign language opens doors for you in business and careers, and how necessary it is for us, meaning the United States, to remain competitive globally, to have people who are not relying on translators and know the culture, the language, the customs of the countries where we're doing business. It's also really important for our national security. The U.S. military is looking for people who are fluent in multiple languages and can help translate and provide necessary intelligence. And then the last thing for me personally, it's just an amazing experience to be able to travel abroad and to walk up to someone who is not expecting you to speak their language and to speak to them in their language. And it really just builds bridges that you can't accomplish using Google Translate or a dictionary. You have to just have it in you and be able to talk to those people. And it really has changed my life, being able to experience their culture, things that are different from us firsthand, and to kind of understand how the global perspective of the United States is different sometimes from our own perspective of ourselves. When I was in middle school, they offered us Spanish or French, and I chose French because I felt like a lot of people knew Spanish even then. And then I just kept taking it because it was fun. The culture was something that I always found interesting. The food, obviously, is great. And it was something that I think I didn't fully realize until after I was in college and started to travel, how many places actually do speak French. And a saying that I've come to appreciate is, Spanish is the second language of the Americas, but French is the second language of the world. Most people who are studying a foreign language globally do study English, actually. But the second most studied foreign language is French. It's spoken on every continent, including Antarctica if they have scientists there. As far as preparing me for my career, I can honestly say I would never have gotten a job as a French teacher if it was not for one of my Stockton professors. David King was one of my professors in French here at Stockton. I took several classes with him. And to become a world language teacher, you have to do a telephone interview in your language that's called an OPI, and Professor King is actually a certified rater for that. So he really had a thorough understanding of what it takes to pass that really difficult benchmark for being able to become a language teacher. And he spent a lot of time with me and our classes actually. We would always practice in class different ways and different techniques to score better on the OPI. And he made time for me outside of class to practice one-on-one a sample OPI. And he really was dedicated and went above and beyond to make sure that I was prepared to pass that test And I did on the first try, which a lot of people don't. So I'm really grateful to him for that. I really don't think that I could have done it without him. I think the thing that stands out to me most about the language program at Stockton is the dedication of the professors. I've stayed in touch with them since I graduated. I still actually am able to bring my students to observe a class once in a while with them. They're just very open and they're really passionate about what they do, and they're very professional, and I really couldn't have asked for a better set of professors to be my mentors and help me get my career started. I think the advice that I would give to prospective Stockton students is actually something that I feel like I missed out on when I was here. Stockton offers a lot of ways to be involved outside of the classroom, and as a commuter student, I chose not to take advantage of that. So my advice to future students would be to take full advantage of all the networking opportunities and programs outside of the classroom that the university offers. My advice to anyone who is studying a world language, whether they're making it a major or not, is to spend time in a country that speaks the language that you're studying. Whether you plan to make a career out of it or not, it doesn't matter. It's a rewarding experience, and if you don't take what you're learning in the classroom and use it to make connections with people who speak that language, then you're kind of wasting your time in the classroom, because that's what it is there for. It's to prepare you to go and to explore and to make connections with people. So my advice is, whether it's a semester abroad or maybe a long stay in the summertime, do whatever it takes to get in touch with native speakers and actually immerse yourself in the culture of the language that you're studying. Language learning is not just about vocabulary and grammar, it's about making connections with people.